Hello, Pack-a-Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of PTTF Presents Sunday Night's Main Event. I'm your host, Ricky, a.k.a. Mr. eBay. And I'm joined by my co-host and mega partner, Dr. Chad.
Someone call for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
I'm good, brother.
And we have an amazing show for you guys tonight. First episode, Sunday night's main event post-WrestleMania is always the biggest of the year, as they always say. We're going to have a lot of WrestleMania talk for you guys. We've got a little bit of this week in wrestling history. We've got some 3 count to end the night. But before we jump into all of that, Chad, do we have any show announcements?
Oh, of course we do. Our show, Ricky, right before the WrestleMania break, highlighted Topps Chrome, the biggest WWE release to date of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And your guys here opened up a box. You know, I had my hobby box that I opened on air. Of course, your idol, Sami Zayn, autograph was pulled. And we also opened up a mega box, and we put out a little contest for the listeners. For those who follow us on the YouTube.
Speaking of, I picked some up at the local card shop. I was picking up some supplies. I may have to rip into them. I'll let you know if I get a hit.
Oh yeah. What do you open? A hobby or mega? Like what type of box?
Just a little blaster.
Okay. Hey.
Little banger blaster.
According to social media, every superfractor known to man is pulled out of a Target, like $24 blaster hanger pack. So
hey, a little blaster banger.
I expect your shirt to be off and you screaming here shortly as you open that pack. So we had a promo and we had, Ricky, just 2 entrants, just 2 people who entered to win this mega box of Topps Chrome that we're giving away.
Man, this is a labor of love. I tell you what.
What are we doing? Selly and Merle. Merle did repost onto Instagram, so he gets an extra vote. And Ricky, right now we're going to find out who is going to be the winner of this mega box.
Here we go. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. We've got both their names over here on random.org.
Okay.
Ricky, how many times are we running this thing?
Well, we only had 3 entries total.
Yeah.
I feel like with the small number of entries, we got to do it big. We're going 999. Happy hunts.
Here's number 1.
We're going lucky number 7.
All right, I like it. Let's go ahead and rip that in there. We've got this up on screen for those of you watching on the YouTube. And again, we thank both of you for your entries. And for those of you who didn't enter, boy, you sure missed out on a chance. This thing's going to be shipped directly to you. This is number 6. Merle's on top. Sally's on the...
They both deserve it. They are both fantastic friends of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here's the big winner. By God.
There you go. Merle number 2. It was actually Merle's Instagram repost that got him the extra entry. And Merle, you have won yourself this box of Topps Chrome. I think I still have your address. If I need to update it, you let me know. Otherwise, I will ship this off to you. Let us know what you hit. And once again, thanks for listening and commenting on the YouTube video.
Definitely. Man, you're going to enjoy it. I love the look of these cards. They are just incredible. The parallels are fun. You got an amazing parallel in your box. Have we talked about that yet on air?
I don't know that we have, actually. Give me like 5 seconds. Let me go grab the card. Give these people something in their ear.
So as Chad and I kind of covered, we covered a little bit on the main show. The look of these cards, and we even talked about it as they were coming out, look almost like they remind you very much of the plain 2012 Prism cards. Just a very basic silver border on these, but they look really nice as a result. And they've got kind of the W from the WWE breaking through the card as part of the design. And Chad, tell us about your hit.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this to pull up here on screen. I had a couple of cool ones. I don't know if I sent all of them to you. So this is, I think, one of the X Fractors that come out of the Mega Box of CM Punk.
Nice.
Which I was pretty excited for that, and I assumed that that would be my best hit of the box. Yeah. But it was not. Because a chrome refractor of The Rock.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Yep. But wait, there's more. Because I pulled a gold mini diamond, numbered to 50, Rey Mysterio.
By God.
Look at that. That's a great looking card. I was really happy with that, to be honest with you.
Dude, you made a killing with that box.
Now, you know who I have to thank for this, and I want to tell people how this happened. These boxes arrived to Vancouver, Washington, the Wednesday before WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to make sure that Ricky Dudley Dursley, Mr. eBay, had a box to open for himself for WrestleMania. Now, the issue is, this house I'm currently renting as I wait to buy a new one, there's still issues with deliveries here. Like, I had to talk to the Amazon driver earlier. How many times you had an Amazon driver call you because he can't find your house? Like, that's never happened to me. So I had it delivered to this USPS station so that I could immediately ship you your box. Now, this woman opens it because it's like a little substation inside of like a gift shop store. So it's like locally owned. And I'm like, I need to ship one of these. And she just grabs one and puts it into a new box and ships it off to you. So I didn't even select the box that you had. And so if you got a dud, this time it's actually not on me. I'll pass that blame along in my heel turn and give it full on blame to the USPS worker. I think her name was Holly. So shout out to Holly for screwing you over.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, no, the basic cards themselves are really fun, though. The inserts are really fun. Like I say, the parallels are cool looking. Definitely worth picking up or perusing even your specific cards on eBay and picking some up. I think Merle's going to have a fantastic time with his box.
Yeah. Speaking of eBay, just real quick here, I didn't throw it on the show notes, but I think it's worth telling people that if you want to support the show, the best way you can do it is through our website, pttfpodcast.com. We have an eBay affiliate link. It's no cost to you. You click the link in the upper right-hand corner. You shop as planned. It's free for you. Everything you purchase 24 hours after clicking that link, the show gets a small little kickback in the process. Plus, on our main show, you'll be entered into a monthly gift card drawing where you can buy even more eBay goods. So that's over on our website at pttfpodcast.com.
Yes. And it's how we fund these gifts, these boxes of Topps Chrome to the masses. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of funding things, Ricky, last week we did have a contestant on our program.
We did.
And we had a giveaway. Selly came on and nailed some questions, and he got himself a $25 eBay gift card for participating. So we sent that over to him. So congrats once again, Selly.
Thank you for doing that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, as far as announcements go, the other thing for this show that I want to mention is if you have an idea or something that you particularly like us doing here with Sunday night's main event, please feel free to let us know. Reach out to us on Instagram, Pack to the Future Podcast, or leave us a message down below on the YouTubes right after you click like and subscribe, of course, and give us an idea. We're always looking to improve Sunday night's main event and make it more entertaining for you. So we love to hear those ideas.
Definitely.
All right. Well, there we go, Ricky. The last part on here for announcements. We got a little something from you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote that on there.
You hear that music, Doc?
Yeah, I can hear a little something there.
This is our version of wrestling court, if you will.
Oh, no.
Because
he's got that look in his eye, people.
Recent news breaking on April 15th of this year, when AEW Dynamite held an event, Spring Breakthrough, heard of it? In one Seattle, Washington.
It's a city of note.
I believe you were supposed to be attending this live and in person with a sign of our show. And had you attended, you would have known my boy MJF lost his title.
No.
To Darby Allin. I am shocked.
That's awful.
I'm hurt. And I don't know why you didn't rush the stage. It was your moment. You were actually tall compared to Darby Allin.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
So yeah, MJF, my boy, lost his title. Evidently, he's going to be jumping into acting for a little bit, taking a little bit of a break like they like to do. So
yeah, you know, that doesn't surprise me. And your guy had a role in Happy Gilmore 2, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He also had a role in that wrestling movie about, oh God, the wrestling family. It's going to kill me.
Nailed it.
Oh, God damn it.
If I knew what it was, I'd help you out, even though you're taking me to wrestling court.
Iron Claw about the Von Erichs. He was in that. He's been in a couple and pretty decent. So,
okay.
Yeah, no, you know, Big City D, Promo D, says Darby will not be able to walk in 5 years. And Chad, he is 100% right. This guy is like a skater, and his gimmick is like just to go mutilate himself in the ring every single time he enters it.
That's a bold strategy.
Yeah. He has kind of like a Day of the Dead, half skeleton face painted on, kind of cool looking. But then he just gets in there and mutilates himself. It's unbelievable. But he won't be around. So catch him while you can, because it will not be long.
Now, in this court session, do I get any type of rebuttal here? Like, do I get a chance to defend myself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, you mentioned this was in Seattle, correct?
Yeah.
So let me show you just a little something. You said that it's just right nearby.
I already know, because I already had this debate with my dad. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is 2.5 hours away. And you said that it was on the 15th of April?
Correct.
Yeah, I worked that day, bud.
Well.
And I don't know how you expect me to go 2.5 hours. Perhaps what you're referring to, and this is where your lack of detail is going to come back to bite you, is the AEW that took place in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's what you're looking for.
Did you go to that one?
Well, this one is 15 minutes away, Ricky.
Did you go to that one?
That one is scheduled for April 25th, which was last night. And no, I didn't go.
There we go. All right, moving on. It was the biggest show of the year this past weekend. WrestleMania 42 hit us up. Now, as I mentioned on the main show Saturday, I ended up hitting up a local soccer game and ended up with a late start to the night.
Which I'm surprised by for you.
Why?
To push back WrestleMania for soccer. Oh, because I've never seen you wear a piece of soccer gear in my life.
I was sitting in the owner's box, hanging out with family. So a couple of motivators. So I got a late start and ended up wrapping up night one on Sunday morning, and was pleasantly surprised that I had no spoilers. Avoided all spoilers. So I had a great end to the night one Sunday late morning. Sunday night caught the show live and enjoyed it start to end. And for me, I just kind of hung out. It was fun, bachelor style, opened some cards, and just kind of enjoyed the show on my lonesome. How was your setup?
It was all right, and I'm surprised by that. I think the show right before WrestleMania, you said you were going to decorate up the house. Like you had grand plans for it, no? Did I mishear you, or?
Yeah, no, I threw up a couple decorations. We had some fun with a couple of them. But otherwise, just kind of enjoyed myself.
Okay. Yeah, for us, finding a place to watch it was tough. I told you that my dad had come up that weekend, and also had a buddy who came up to celebrate his retirement and go fish at the same time, and he was not a big wrestling fan, and so the hard part was trying to find somewhere to watch this thing besides this, dinky little setup that we have right behind me. So we drove back up to the casino at my dad's insistence, despite the fact that I'd gone to the sports book and asked them already if they would play WrestleMania, and they told me no. And guess what? Like the day of, when we went up there and asked again, I'm dressed in my Macho Man shirt. Surprisingly, they said no. They said the answer's still no. We're not playing it. So my dad had to go drag him by the ear off the slot machines, which I think was his secret motivation to wanting to go back up to that sports book. And came right back to the old Vancouver rental here and parked it right on the couch. And so we grabbed some snacks out of the pantry, just about all the sugary junk food you could buy. And, much to my surprise, my dad, who's been a lifelong wrestling fan, as you know me, I can't sit still for more than an hour or so. He's getting antsy, and he gets up and leaves halfway through. He goes back to his Airbnb.
Oh, wow.
And Jason, who's never watched WWE a day before in his life, could not get enough of it. I have never heard someone laugh so hard as that. So, yeah, our setup kind of worked out, and, it wasn't ideal. It wasn't like down in the theater at the Salt Lake House, but it worked out okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the report came in for the top 3 in-stadium merch sales. Number 1 came in at CM Punk, 2 at Cody Rhodes. Would you like to guess the third?
It's got to be Danhausen.
Yep, nailed it.
Got to be.
Danhausen was the third. He made just a small appearance in the show. He was what I would call the surprise of all of WrestleMania. There were no surprises. I mean, you could argue, I guess, Paige returning was a surprise. Jelly Roll coming out was a surprise, but yeah, they didn't really have any big, holy crap surprises. But I thought that Danhausen did an excellent job in his scene. And Miz doesn't get enough credit for his willingness to be an excellent heel who has his plans foiled at every turn. He does a really good job with that.
I agree with that. It probably takes someone with the right mentality to do that, and he certainly seems to have embraced that.
Yeah, he's certainly comfortable in who he is and his skin. I mean, he's married to Maurice. He should be. She's a babe. I did not love the advertisements on the show. It's supposed to be the biggest night of the year. We're already paying a premium to watch it on ESPN Unlimited, whatever the hell they want to call it. Right. I was not a big fan of the advertisements on the show. What were your thoughts?
I fast forward through each of them. We got off to a late start. I didn't watch them. So I kind of ripped right through them. The one thing I think I can comment on as far as that goes, I felt like each of the matches were far shorter than what they traditionally were. Now, I didn't go back and look at the data, but they just felt short. And maybe it was because of all the advertisements that were fired up in between there.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and it sounded like you weren't super thrilled with it, which kind of surprised me because I know historically both you and I have struggled with the length of WrestleMania, particularly before it went to 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're going to jump through each match, and I'll just give my thoughts. You're welcome to share if you have any as well. Usos and LA Knight took on Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and iShow Speed. This was another one of my complaints of the show. Too many celebrities in the show. Although I do have to say they did a good job with iShow Speed and having him do a big stunt in one that they had Logan Paul and Austin Theory turn on iShow Speed, which made it easier to accept iShow Speed. And then they had him take out Logan Paul off the top rope onto the announce table, which, listen, I don't love the influencers in my matches, but if they're going to be in it, I have to give him credit for doing such an amazing stunt.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome seeing him fly around. He's an incredible athlete, and I love watching those guys. The only thing I didn't love about that is, Logan Paul. I'm not a big Logan Paul the person fan, but Logan Paul the wrestler, I think is an incredible athlete as well, and I love seeing him fly around. And I think that IShowSpeed got his moment as Logan Paul took the back seat a little bit. More to play the drama of which side is IShowSpeed going to be on.
Yeah.
And so that I was a little bit bummed about. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by him.
Definitely. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. I thought it was a great match. It really, the main thing I want to highlight is it blew me away the way Jacob Fatu can run up the ring corner and do these kind of high diving aerial moves off the top of corner buckle. I was blown away with his athleticism for how big of a guy he is. And I'm sure it's stuff he has been doing all along, but he finally caught my attention as a pretty legitimate wrestler in this match.
Yeah, I think for me, McIntyre, I always think McIntyre needs like a long sustained run. I know his title run came right at the start of COVID, and so things got screwed around, but man, I really like him being on top. Fatu is very impressive to watch, though. I don't have much else to add for that one.
Yeah, I like McIntyre too. I hope he has some longer runs for sure. Then of course you had Brie Bella, and Nikki Bella was injured, so Paige came back from the AEW to help the Bellas and effectively win the women's tag title in a fatal 4-way match. And I don't want to undermine the surprise that was Paige coming back. That's a big deal. It's a huge deal. She was a big-time diva with the WWE. It's super exciting to see her come back. She previously was with AEW. So that's really cool. It just was like the only surprise entrance that way. But fun match for sure.
Yeah, we do have people commenting in the chat that we can't forget about Belair's pregnancy announcement as being a surprise as well. Paige, I thought, was a little underwhelming. I thought that Instagram and social media definitely knew that she was going to be joining the WWE for WrestleMania, although there was some question about whether or not she was going to pass her physical on time. And, these things always intrigue me when this happens. Like when you get a surprise, let's pull this back into the card world just a second, whether someone announces a retirement or if someone dies or something as a life-altering event, what kind of happens to their card value. So let's go ahead and take a look over on Card Ladder for Paige exclusively, because I know that she's got some fans out there, right? Like they made a movie about her. Yeah. She made a movie about her at one point, I think. And we've got some of her cards that you see here. Now, look at these are dirt cheap, Ricky. The biggest one that stands out here. And this is after WrestleMania. This was just today.
Wow.
So this is Metal Universe, a blue PMG, numbered to 50 for only $30. Like her cards are dirt cheap. You can get an autograph. It looks like one sold for $339, but that was out of Topps Transcendent, which is obviously a top of the line product. And otherwise, these cards are pretty ridiculously cheap. Let's see if we add in an autograph for her, if that changes anything. So I'd really like to see a before and after WrestleMania. So it looks as though around April 18th, you could get an autograph for about $80 to $90. If we go back before, say we go to 2025, yeah, $40, $50 for some of her more base stuff. But not a huge pop for her coming back, which I'm a little bit surprised with. I don't know if it's because she didn't get a massive ovation, if they didn't feel it was a big pop. I don't know that I can comment on that, but still pretty sustained for her autographs despite the comeback.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing is, if you're a fan of Paige, and I don't know why you wouldn't be, her cards are going to be super affordable, and you can get top of the line for just a few $100. You know, save up a little bit. She's very accessible. These are certainly worth going after.
Yeah.
All right. After that, we had Becky Lynch take on AJ Lee for the women's Intercontinental title. We had kind of both husband and wife. Wife being AJ Lee night 1, husband CM Punk night 2, defending their respective titles. AJ Lee fell short in this match, which was a bummer for me. It kind of felt like it was likely to happen. I'm curious what they're going to do with AJ Lee. Like, is AJ Lee just around to say, hey, I just wanted to have this WrestleMania moment with my husband, and was going to participate in a few key events? Is that what she's going to do moving forward? I think she's a fantastically talented wrestler. I'd love to see her consistently remain in the WWE, but shortly after losing the title, she did give a pretty teary interview to say, I don't know what's coming next. And it seemed to be pretty legitimate. So we will see. I was bummed to see the outcome of this match, even though I do like Becky Lynch. What were your thoughts on this one?
You know, it's interesting. The match I thought was great. I think that those two play well off each other and making you believe that they truly hate each other. And so the back and forth's been a bit fun. To me, it's funny you comment on that, because whenever there's a title match involved, I always try and look and see if there's any giveaway from the title holder, either during their entrance or when they give up the belt to the referee. Like, maybe I'm just drawing this up in my mind. Maybe they don't know the outcome until the very end. I don't know this. But it seems like sometimes you can catch a champion just with another extra second holding on to that belt before they give it to the ref, and makes you think, God, they're going to lose this thing.
Yeah.
And this is their human moment, you know, breaking through their persona.
Yep.
And so that stood out to me. Now, we can look at the same thing with AJ Lee's cards, and I'll just do this very briefly.
Sure.
Her tops now, we've got a before and after. So her 2025 Tops Now autograph card, so sold just a few days ago for $70. Now, if you go back pre-losing her title, because she was the champion, correct? Am I thinking about this right? Yeah.
Yep.
And so back in March, you could see this card sell as high as $120 regularly. So we did see a bit of a dip for her just from losing this title. I don't know. I kind of like the persona thing. I like the husband and wife thing. I feel like they could play off each other a bit. So I hope she sticks around, because the women's class to me tends to be far more entertaining as a whole than the men's, at least for right now. So I'd like to see her still have a role.
Yeah. And it was, for whatever reason, when she lost that belt, I thought, yep, that means CM Punk's losing tomorrow. I don't know why. It just stuck with me. You also had Gunther versus Seth Rollins. I don't know, man. I'm trying to learn to embrace Gunther. I realize he's a good beast of a bad guy, but he just feels so plain Jane. I want my wrestlers, my bad guys, to be over the top flamboyant, MJF, HBK style, over the top, or even like your Braun Breaker, over the top, like in Rage, right? And Gunther's just meh. That's just how I feel.
It's so hard. Like, he's being forced upon us to be the big villain, right? And the book that you turned me on to of how the WWF, you know, the downfall of it in 1995, I think is like the subtitle of it. It talks so much about how Vince McMahon wanted the next star to be the same body type as Hulk Hogan, the big, imposing Americana, you know, down with foreigners type of, you know, character. And it just feels like they're trying to make Gunther be the mold of what they want to be for the heel. And it doesn't work for me.
No.
I don't know what it is. It just doesn't do it.
Yeah. It's lame. As Promo D says, cold, calculating, boring. Yep.
Yeah, that's perfect. Now, on the other hand, Seth Rollins, to me, is he one of the most underrated wrestlers?
He is in the diehard basement wrestling community, living in your parents' basement. He is considered one of the best wrestlers of all time. But yeah, I think definitely underrated.
I mean, this guy, he is brilliant on a microphone. He's got an entrance that whether he's a face or a heel, everyone's going to sing his song. You can play his song immediately and everybody knows it. He's got the theatrics, he'll come out in costumes that look just like Macho Man Randy Savage and the persona. He's going on TV shows and getting in fake fights with co-hosts of Good Morning Football. And yet, as I pull up even just like his card value, trying to relate those two things and melding them together, look at this. Just a couple weeks ago, his Topps Finest 1-of-1 autograph card, so like his Superfractor, sold for $1,000. Now, I know that's a lot of money, but it's not that much money in the card world. And the fact that you could get that, like, that's a beautiful card.
I'm telling you right now, we were all bummed. I don't know if you feel the same way. I felt with Cena. Cena was always there. He was always kind of a clown. I kind of enjoyed watching him, but more laughing at him.
Perfectly timed music on this.
Yeah, perfect. But when he retired, we all were like, holy crap, we are going to miss him so much, right? And we're so bummed.
Yeah.
We will be so bummed the day Seth Rollins walks away. I'm just telling you, enjoy it now. And that dude is already beat up.
Yes, he is. And it's funny you say that. I've thought about that a lot over the last couple of months. Yeah, don't take it for granted, Ricky. I'm right on board with that.
Yeah. Then you had Liv Morgan take on Stephanie Vanker for the championship women's title. Liv Morgan won the title. I love Liv Morgan. I love that she won the title. I cannot stand her stupid ass music video. I cannot stand her coming out as though it's a live music video. Please just stick to wrestling. You're amazing at it. You should be the champion forever and fight with Rhea and Jade and all the other greats and hold on to the title. Don't do this music video crap. You are making me not like you.
I really dislike that. And out of everything that happened during WrestleMania, I think that's probably the thing that I disliked the most.
Yep.
Like, she did the walkout and I'm just like, what is this?
No.
Like, what in the world is going on here? And I didn't care necessarily for the match. I think both of them were quite a bit beat up.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, they were trying to preserve them a little bit for this. And so I think the only thing that I'll say for Liv, as I try and dish out some info for the peeps, is keep in mind that now that she is the champion, there is a buyback for her Topps Chrome cards that you can take them into your local card shop and get a base $20 store credit if you give them your base card of Liv Morgan. Refractors go up to $40, and then if you have a numbered parallel, that number goes up even more. So just don't forget to check out the buyback for Liv and of course for Roman Reigns, which we'll get to here in a second as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go through and make sure I see if I have any of those, because they told me at the card shop about that. So definitely take those back.
See, that's what Holly at USPS couldn't account for. When she screwed you over in your box, she didn't know who was going to be the buyback.
Yeah, seriously. So I might have leaked one through. We'll find out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then finally, to end night one, you had Cody Rhodes taking on Randy Orton. You had the Pat McAfee storyline interfering. If Orton lost, that Pat McAfee would leave wrestling forever. Orton lost. Color me shocked. I did not think there was a chance in hell that was going to happen, and I appreciate the WWE. And from what I understand, this is really Pat McAfee who pushed this change in storyline. So evidently, it was supposed to be a whole big thing during the match with Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll, and then it was supposed to turn into a tag battle at Backlash that's coming up. So Cody Rhodes and Pat McAfee versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, or flip it around, Randy and Pat, Corey, right. Cody and Jelly Roll, and so Pat McAfee evidently was well aware of all the backlash, all the hatred for him being injected into this storyline. Funny enough, it was not supposed to be McAfee at all. It was supposed to be Aleister Black and Ari Emanuel, who is the real life influence for Ari Gold in Entourage. He runs TKO, which is the head of UFC and WWE. He overrode it and forced this McAfee storyline against WWE's wishes. And McAfee said, no, Orton is going to lose this match. I'm out. I'm done. It was his idea, I believe, to have Orton turn on him, which made no sense in the middle of the match. Right. Other than I appreciate WWE kind of giving the shout out to, hey, we appreciate that you hated this, and so we're going to have Orton take him out for you. But props to McAfee, because yeah, man, like they are over injecting these celebrities into these matches, and it's ruining them. And it's fine at like a Monday Night Raw. It's fine at like a low level pay-per-view, but the biggest show of them all, to have rappers come in like they did a couple of years ago and ruin shows. Travis Scott, no, like this is awful. So kind of an interesting ending. And then I don't know if you noticed on Monday Night Raw, I'm sure you did, Cody Rhodes took a punt to the eye socket, and it showed the next day. It was very bad.
Dude, it was awful. I think I was texting you about this, and I've got a picture pulled up here for people watching on the YouTube.
Yeah. Looks like,
you know, maybe makeup got to him just a touch to embellish it, but dude, his eye post Sunday night or Saturday night, whatever it was, he was roughed up. Like Orton caught him hard.
So, and he did. And there's like, I'm sure you've seen on social media, there's like some videos of Randy Orton did that towards the end of the match. Obviously the match ends and Orton immediately checks on Cody. It was not intended to be hit quite as hard as I think it was.
Well, didn't WWE have him stop doing that, like because he was injuring people?
They did, and they've eliminated a lot of the headshots and kind of allowed a couple of them to seep back in. But yeah, this is why.
Whoops. Now let me ask you this hypothetically, based on what you said. These pop culture stars who are coming into the WWE, is it going to tarnish Cody Rhodes' run as champion?
It could. I mean, in that, I don't know who was the reigning champion from 05 or 04 to 06. I couldn't tell you.
Fair.
And it's because no one was watching wrestling because it became such a joke for a while. I feel like we're threatening to trend that way, right? Like at least with the older watchers. But no, I think he's too big of a name. I think he's going to be the reason we keep getting sucked back in and keep wanting to watch. As you saw on Monday Night Raw, they're teasing a CM Punk Cody Rhodes match. That would be epic. Yes. All of us old school wrestler fans are going to watch that. No question. So I don't, I think he'll be able to manage just fine, but yeah, man, like these celebrities, it's going overboard. And I don't honestly know that TKO cares. Ari Gold in real life is ruining my life.
I mean, Cody Rhodes stuff. So again, like just card wise, there's some good stuff out here. Ricky, I really question myself why I keep buying boxes. I mean, I know that it's way more fun to open up a box of cards than it is to buy a card, but look at this Cody Rhodes, this gold. It seems like it pops. It makes him look like Captain America. You could get his autograph of Topps Chrome Gold. PSA 10 sold just a few months ago for what, $587? That 37 cents too in the best offer was probably pretty key in making that sale. So shout out to that buyer.
But that is like as good of a card as you could potentially want for someone like him. Low numbered, pops, autograph. So, and you can save up, you know, this is not something you have to be a super wealthy person to buy these cards. This is not Michael Jordan level. You just need to save up a couple hundred, maybe love on your wife, get an eBay gift card or two. And next thing you know, you're holding a Cody Rhodes and sleeping with it in the bed instead of your wife.
See, that's why I'm not getting perhaps the eBay gift cards. Like, Mrs. eBay goes out of town and like you've got a box of cards falling out of your visor of your car.
I do.
I think it's the loving on your wife. I think you've cracked the code.
You just gotta love on them a little bit, pat their bum when they walk by every now and again. Tell them they're special.
That's on me, idiot.
Special Lady Day every now and again. As Ruxin taught us in the league. All right, night 2 of WrestleMania started off with a banger. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. In a match that shocked everyone. I think we all held our collective breath. Do not let Brock just dominate Oba and destroy this new piece of talent. They listened. They did not. Oba manhandled Brock, took the victory. And at the end of it, Brock seems to have retired, taking off his boots and his gloves. He gave up the X across his arms, the cross, to indicate this is real to Paul Heyman, who seemed shocked. And frankly, now I'm hearing rumors that he's actually going to come back for one more match at SummerSlam.
Get out of here.
Gunther. And at first I've heard debates of, okay, that was supposed to be the plan so Gunther could end his career, because that's Gunther's new shtick, is the career ender, and that he quit on his own unexpectedly and now he's going to get sued. But the more I'm reading about it and the more I'm thinking about it, I think this is all a work. I think he's absolutely coming back at SummerSlam for that final match. And here's why. He did the X to Paul Heyman in the ring right there, and Heyman's shocked. He didn't even tell Paul Heyman he was retiring. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And maybe Heyman was selling it. I'm just telling you, that's what I can't get over, and I'm confident this is going to end in a SummerSlam match.
No, I can't, dude. If it's Gunther that like makes him tap out again, no,
Yeah.
no, I can't do that. I won't do that.
You know what WWE is going to make us do? They're going to make us cheer for Roman Reigns just to take out Gunther. They're going to force
Oh
us.
my God, you're probably exactly right.
You're evil.
Damn it. On the flip side, how about the pop for Oba?
I thought it was amazing, well-deserved. His coming out on Monday night, it feels like they don't know what to do with him next. He came out and just said a new king is here or something to that effect. I wish we could caught a little bit more, but he's going to be amazing. I love Oba.
Dude, okay, so I've got an example pulled up here for your YouTubers. This is a card that sold on April 16th of Oba Femi. It's his Topps Chrome WWE Gold Vinyl Superfractor. It's an amazing photo. It is a Superfractor. It's 101. It's not autographed. Doesn't need to be. But this card sold for $5,500 for a dude who has had one PLE win, right?
He is
like,
the hype,
think
though.
about the cards that we just showed of some of the greats.
It goes to your point. People buy hype, right? Like, he is the hype.
Exactly.
The new toy.
Exactly. I mean, this is a bad guy right here. This dude is a bad dude. Like, you want a heel for people to be afraid of? Make him be the heel.
Oh, yeah.
I would fear him.
Dude, he'd be unstoppable. And yes, I do hope that Lesnar pulls a retirement speech like Mark Henry's. I ain't retiring. I got more in the tank. And then just gets destroyed. But
I have a question, though.
I'm not here for anything Gunther. What?
I'm still trying to work this angle of getting cards.
Yeah.
Is the Oba walk-in, is that like part of the thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They love on you when you walk in with the strut. You got to strut into the bedroom.
I have so much to learn. Can you put together like some sort of starter pack, like educational series?
Tape? A VHS?
Maybe,
yeah.
like
I'll mail it
to you. Perhaps.
I'll mail it. I'll get it to you in the mail.
Yes.
I'm going to jump ahead for one quick minute just to say Trick Williams and Sami Zayn fought. Sami Zayn, the perennial jobber. And the only reason I'm bringing it up because we're hearing his music in the background at the moment. Hate that Sami Zayn. I'm over him. But I need to sell my Tricky Willie card really quickly.
Yes. Yes. That was a gold chrome, right? From 2025?
Auto.
Ooh, boy.
Auto.
Hey, you want me to see? Do you know what the value of that thing's looking like?
Yeah, if we can find it, I'd love to know.
It was Topps Chrome, correct? Of 2025?
So, yes.
Okay. Is it under Trick, do you think?
Yeah, Trick Williams. It might have been. Give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I have it right here. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I remember when you pulled that card that you told me he was an up-and-comer. And you were pretty impressed by it. And immediately, it seems like, I think he was in NXT at the time, started climbing the ranks. And I started hearing his name more and more. And I will say this with Trick Willie, his entrance, like the guy's got some swagger. You can't help but stop what you're doing when he's in the ring and appreciate what he has. Now, we've got a comment here from Dan that said it was from Topps Finest. And, you know, a lot of people say that it's quite difficult to distinguish between Topps Chrome and Topps Finest. I am one of those people. Oftentimes the cards look identical. And I'm trying to remember what Ricky had because we did rip a box of both Finest and Chrome. So Ricky's searching for that right now. I'm trying to pull it up on Card Ladder.
We may need to search for it next week because I'm not sure it's not a Prism. I'm not sure if it's Chrome or Prism. And it's not in the stack I thought it was in. So I will look for it and we can pop that up next week. I'd love to find out the value of that card.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, once you get it, let me know and we'll see what we can find.
Definitely. You had Penta winning a ladder match for the IC title. I always love a good ladder match. It'll show people die.
Yeah.
Athleticism. You had Demon Finn Balor and Dom Mysterio. I always love a good Demon Finn Balor. He hasn't made an appearance in a few years, and I love Dom Mysterio after losing the match, yelling how unfair it was. The match was supposed to be against Finn Balor, not Demon Finn Balor. That's like good. That's good classic wrestling shtick. So I was a big fan.
And he gets that. He gets that a lot. I do love Demon Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor is an incredible athlete. And I love the fact that he got a bit of a moment in there. Did you sage your house after you watched that? I did.
I did not.
No, you should.
So may God be with me. Following that, you had Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, two of my favorite wrestlers. It was an incredible match. This is what the whole WWE Diva program was meant to get to this point, where you had superstars that were performing on such a high level as these two. Such great character development. 11 out of 10 in my book. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like Rhea Ripley a lot. I think she's becoming quickly into the argument of not only future Hall of Famer, but perhaps future best women's wrestler.
I agree.
That's out there. She is so incredible to watch. The power that she has, like she knows how to take a bump as well. She's got some pretty sick cards out there, Ricky, as well. We talked about these, the Feel the Pop last year at a Topps Chrome, and you see this one that I'm showing now from 2026 Topps Chrome. This card looks awesome. It's got her big boot coming out from her entrance, I suspect. And then a Feel the Pop. These cards are shiny. They're from Topps Chrome, and it sells for over $1,000. So even more than some of those big ones that we saw, of course, from Seth Rollins, from Cody Rhodes. So it's good to see her getting some of the respect that she deserves, at least in the card community. And I enjoyed this match a lot, mostly because of her. I will say that I thought Cargill has been a little bit better about taking a hit or making me believe that she is getting injured. I don't know. You can probably articulate this better for me, but I noticed that some of the wrestlers, have taken a bump. Like the good ones make me believe that they are hurt. And the ones that are not as good, like I always thought Bobby Lashley would always chicken out and like not actually take a bump. And it just made it so hard for me to like him when I'm like, dude, you're not even like trying to sell this. Like you're jumping out of the ring before they even hit you. And I think she's getting better at that. So hopefully she continues to be, because it will make her matches more enjoyable.
Totally agree. Totally agree with you. Then of course we had, as we mentioned earlier, Danhausen. Oh, goddamn right, I love muscle mommies. If you're talking about Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, as does most heterosexual males in America. I don't know what's up with you, Dan, but
Is that part of the master class as well? God, I should be taking
yeah,
notes.
that's 102. I want to be the special guest referee in that match, and I want to be. You have to pin me to win it. We did have a break, the surprise, if you will, of Danhausen coming out to the ring, confronting, helping John Cena confront The Miz, doing "You Can't See Me" to The Miz. The Miz getting carried off by, and they insist on being called this, midgets, because I think that they're a wrestling troupe that travels around. And
they're coming a mile down the street from me, like next week.
Oh, dude, you need to confront them and Danhausen makeup. see if you can get a match going. But yeah, it was incredible, and evidently it was the Miz's idea to have them carry him out of the ring. So it was amazing. Really good comic relief. Oh, damn straight. Dan.
Danhausen is the man. Think about, there's only one card that I really see pop up, and it sold cool. 2 years ago, Ricky. Think if you would have gone in on this. It's from AEW Allure, and it's a Danhausen 16-bit, so it's just got that old school feel.
I like that
one
a lot.
Of one, and it sold for $550. Could you imagine paying $500 for that 2 years ago?
No.
That price seems absurd.
It was Upper Deck, too. They do good cards.
I bet that card's worth 10 times that now.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
One of those time travelers got it.
That's such a cool card.
Yeah.
Well, we finished Mania with the title match between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. I had convinced my dad, as I mentioned on the main show this week, that to check out WrestleMania. You're going to want to watch this. I got him to see the Danhausen. I think he watched Rhea Ripley and Cargill, and then he watched Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And this is where we were having the discussion of, hey, man, these guys deserve a ton of credit. And while, yeah, maybe they're not a part of a sport in the traditional sense where one team wins and one team loses and no one knows the outcome ahead of time, but they are every bit the performer of Cirque du Soleil or anything you'd see on Broadway, or these guys deserve a ton of credit, and the acting they put on. It's a live play is what it is, with action. And my dad called me after and he's like, man, I'm tired just watching the Roman Reigns CM Punk match. Yeah. And I said, yeah, that's how the main events in Mania go. They're really good. And again, they did not fail to deliver. I again am really bummed that we get Roman Reigns just shoved down our throat one more time. But there are worse wrestlers on the roster, I suppose. I wish CM Punk would have held on to the title a bit longer, but I get it.
Yep. I think that was the best match I've ever seen.
Yeah. A lot of people are already calling it one of the greatest ever.
Immediately after, a week after, that was incredible. I may go back and just rewatch it again, tomorrow morning, throw it up when I'm on the tread and rewatch it. That was incredible. I loved it. And instant classic, that's for sure.
Yep. No, you are not alone in that assessment. Post WrestleMania, the Monday night after Mania is the biggest of the year, as they say. We had a number of. We won't dive into the Monday Night Raw necessarily too much, but we did have a number of roster cuts. As I think the WWE more and more is viewing this as the start of their new wrestling year, right? It ends with WrestleMania and the new year starts. But they released all of the Wyatt Six: Bo Dallas, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy. They released Andre Chase, Taya May Steele, Zoe Stark, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Alba Fire, Apollo Crews and Santos Escobar. Kind of a bummer with the Wyatt Six. I just feel like with the whole Wyatt gimmick, the WWE botched that from start to finish, both with Bray Wyatt and with Bo Dallas taking the mantle.
Yeah, I completely agreed. It's a bummer to see it, and they did screw that up. Like, it was such a big hype up to it when they came back a couple of years ago, and then it just fell flat kind of immediately, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So that was tough.
Agreed. But where one good thing ends, another good thing begins. If I can find it.
Now, while you look for it, let me say one thing. This hits home with me a little bit. I saw an article that came out, and I don't have the exact details here, other than some of the executives of TKO are making absurd money. I think the report came out that, The Rock received $1 million last year just to like not make any appearances at all. And I know he's not being paid as a director to go be in the ring. However, it's a little bit more difficult to read that list of names being cut when you see directors making this much money. And like, we see it everywhere, right? Like, you listening to this right now, you've probably got an example of your mind where someone in your life's been impacted by people higher up getting these absurd either contracts or bonuses, and then you see some of the talent getting cut. So that made that list a little bit more difficult for me to swallow.
I totally agree with you. But we did get an exciting announcement that you texted me about to ensure I saw.
Say his name and
Yeah.
he appears.
Your boy.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Your boy is been called up to the big leagues, ladies and gentlemen. Starting tomorrow, he will be joining the cast of Monday Night Raw each and every week. I hope they don't prance him out with a guitar every week. And if they do, he better nail it out of the park, because I feel like the guitar is the nail of death for your storyline. Honky Tonk Man. I forget the other guy that we loved.
Yes.
He'd come out with the bandana. It does not tend to work super well.
Elias. Yeah. Yep.
But and I thought that that's what they teased, is he's going to be like music hour with him at least tomorrow. So hopefully they get him right into the action. I cannot wait. I'll be watching every second with bated breath to watch my boy.
Now, Ricky, I'm hoping that this purchase that I'm going to pull up here on Card Ladder from Joe Hendry, which is from this year's Topps Chrome, it's a redemption, but it's a black refractor number to 10 autograph of Joe Hendry, which sold for less than $1,000. That better have been either you or Merle.
Dude, it better have been Merle. I didn't even know it existed. I keep searching for his cards. That one slipped right by me.
Yeah, it was on eBay. I mean, it's just, for all of you listeners out there who maybe get down on yourselves for like not being perfect and like maybe you didn't perform the best, know that even Mr. eBay, like, it won. Now, it's only one, to be fair, but one fell through the cracks on him. And that was even this eBay auction. Yeah.
Yeah. Won't happen again, I'll tell you what.
Well, it's important to learn.
Well, let's dive into a very quick This Week in Wrestling History. Take you back to April 28th, 1996. In Your House 7. It was Razor Ramon and Diesel's last appearance for the WWF before moving on to the WCW as Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Literally, these two formed the NWO. Expanded it with Hogan. Expanded it on it with half the roster. This was a huge moment in wrestling history. You can find that on Netflix. April 26, 1998, Unforgiven in Your House, also available on Netflix. You can catch Kane versus The Undertaker in the first ever Inferno match, where one had to win by lighting the other on fire, and the match was surrounded in a ring of fire. So that was fun. April 26th, 1999, Undertaker attempts to marry Stephanie McMahon in the Dark Wedding. One Vincent K. McMahon finds himself needing to beg for one Stone Cold Steve Austin to intervene. Will he or won't he? Well, you can find out. We'll have the link to that Monday Night Raw on our website, pttfpodcast.com. Check it out. You'll really enjoy it. And finally, April 26, 2000, the WCW world was rocked when David Arquette, yes, the actor from Scream, won the heavyweight title on WCW Thunder. This was a publicity stunt to promote Ready to Rumble, his film. He held the title for 11 days. And WWE, take note with all the celebrities, WCW went out of business very shortly after this incident. So pay attention.
That is of note.
Yep. So overall, I probably should have wrapped with this before jumping into our week in wrestling history. Oh, and the Arquette match. We have both the full episode of Thunder and the David Arquette specific YouTube clip for the full match of just his. If you want to watch the full episode, we've got a link for both of those up on pttfpodcast.com.
I like it.
But Chad, what were your overall thoughts on Mania?
Overall, I loved it. Yeah, day 2 was a hit for me. I loved every part of it. The weirdest part for me was the Belair pregnancy announcement, which, I think is cool. Like that's her jam, and that's totally fine. I just thought it was a weird announcement.
It didn't fit a storyline whatsoever.
Thank you. Those are the words I'm looking for. But otherwise, I loved it.
I totally agree. Thank you for saying that, because I thought I was going crazy. No commercials for Netflix Premium, no commercials for WrestleMania. Although I say that if you're watching live, maybe it's not the worst to get up and use the bathroom, right? Like we used to do that during the women's matches. Now the women's matches are really good. You don't really want to miss a second. Maybe that was our problem with feeling it was too long. I don't know. But solid show, start to finish. I agree. I have no real complaints. Even the issues, the stuff I had issues with, I Show Speed did a fantastic stunt. They had McAfee taken out. I am going to be bummed with the idea of McAfee not calling any matches. I assume that pertains to that. He was an excellent character on the play-by-play, but very, very solid show, start to finish. No real complaints. No huge like, oh, that didn't work. Not one in any of the matches did I really come away saying, nah, this doesn't work for me. So solid show. Well done, WWE.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Do we want to wrap with the 3 count this week?
I think so, if you're up for it.
Absolutely, I'm down. Let's see if if I can find my 3 count music.
Always entertaining. So with 3 count, you've heard it here to close out each and every show. We're going to give you a new wrestling card product if available. We're going to give you a big sale of the week in wrestling card history here. And then we're going to show you a card from auction that may be of note and pique your interest that you can go bid on over the next week. So Ricky, with that, let's fire up the 3 count. Dude, we're professionals. That was a professional move.
Yeah, I got to spice that up.
But the execution was good, though.
Hey, let's go to our amazing segment that's rocking the world. It's 3 count. Just
that was good. I actually liked it. Yeah, we could fade it. I don't know. We could add a little more pop. I could scream in the background. Have something. Oh, twist. Dude, for some reason we shouted that like 10 times over this past week.
That's what you do whenever you're with family watching wrestling.
you too. I thought that.
Oh yeah.
Thought that was a Dr. Chad special. All right, so we have on the Topps website here a new product coming out, and Ricky, this is a big one. This is Topps Royalty WWE. Now, from the Topps website, as you can see here, it promotes this as 2025 Topps royalty. I cannot confirm nor deny if that is accurate, but let me tell you a little bit about this product from Topps itself. It says Topps WWE Royalty Collection brings a premium, high-end approach to wrestling cards, blending a clean, elevated design with some of the most sought-after content in the hobby. A little second to Pack to the Future, of course. Centered around rarity and exclusivity, the release features low-numbered parallels, autographs, memorabilia that showcase the biggest superstars, rising talent, and legendary icons. You can see some of the cards here, Ricky. These cards look really good.
Yeah, they do. They're going to be pricey, but well worth it, and definitely something worth targeting on eBay and saving up. These cards are amazing. You know they're going to be amazing quality too.
Yeah.
Thick card stock, on-card autos. I see a lot of inscriptions on some of the autos, good patches, including WrestleMania patches, Dead Man relics. Didn't you send me? I think you may have sent me that, or someone sent me one. This Dead Man relic, it's a piece of the coffin.
That's so cool. I love it a lot. And I'm sure we'll cover this more on Card Talk with Mrs. Doc next week. The drop for this on the Topps website says that it's available May 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to donate part of your retirement savings to Topps, make sure you go check that out. I'll see if I can get a link in the show notes as well for you at pttfpodcast.com.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, there is number one. That's our one count. So for number two, let's see if I can do this. I think I can. So we've got the big sale of the week coming to us from Card Ladder. And this is a Rhea Ripley, which is no surprise. And I love it. You know, you see that I checked just over the last week or so. But Ricky, I've got some issues with this. Now, this card is a 2024 Flawless. It's the WWE logo gems. Flawless has done this in other products where they would simply show the logo of either the team or the sport and then line it with these fake diamonds. It is a 1-on-1, and then they put a picture of Rhea Ripley on front. No autograph, but this card sold April 19th through best offer on a private sale, according to Card Ladder, for $11,000.
Damn.
What do you think about the price tag for this particular card?
It's absurd unless you're paying that price for Rhea Ripley 1-of-1. Those diamonds are worthless. We've covered it 100 times. I will say, if I had to have a diamond card, it would probably be on a product like this and a Rhea Ripley. I think with a woman superstar, even though she's a badass, the diamonds fit the theme a little bit better in my mind. I don't know, the Flash. And I like the WWE logo with it, I guess. But no. Just no. No.
Interestingly, the second highest sale during the same time frame is also Rhea Ripley, but this is the 2026 Topps Chrome Superfractor autograph of Rhea Ripley. This is a beautiful card, and this one sold for $10,000, so $1,000 less. Ricky, which one would you rather have? I think you already said it.
100%
This one's
this
pretty
one.
clear to me. Yeah,
100% this one. Autograph, cooler looking card in my mind. Not wasting space and with useless fake diamonds from Claire's. No, this is where it's at. I'm all about this one.
Yeah, shout out to Claire's for all of your fake diamond needs and for making it onto the podcast for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. Promo D came up with a good one. Ted DiBiase diamonds. I'm green diamonds in the shape of a $sign. Maybe you might have cracked the code for the one diamond card I need.
Dude, I would get in on that. Say it's like emerald green.
Oh,
come on.
I don't even care which Claire's you got it at. Just give me the card.
Number 3 for our 3 count and to close out our segment here. This one's coming up on Fanatics that you'll have access to over the next week. And this is a 2014, also known as the first year of Topps Chrome for all of your Topps Chrome knowledge needs. WWE Gold Refractor, number 50, The Rock. This is a PSA 9. It looks like he's putting Oh, those are some cargo shorts. So I'm going to assume that's John Cena with the knee pads.
Looks like it to me.
Is that a sharpshooter? Or is that just figure four? Was he got him in
That's a
there?
sharpshooter. That would be a sharpshooter of Bret Hart fame.
Okay, yeah. See, yeah, look at this.
The Rock was known to use the sharpshooter throughout his career. Interestingly enough, though, I learned that through stealing his moveset for my character on WWE 2K26.
I was really hoping you were going to say the courtroom.
Yeah, I wish that too. Well, I've done that. Been known to do that once or twice. Bedroom, wherever you need it.
See, God, that's chapter 3 in the masterclass.
Exactly.
Is someone taking notes on this, or
They better be. You'll get a lot of sweet eBay cards. 2014 Topps Chrome, I feel like is still older Chrome is still like severely undervalued. This is currently sitting at $16. I know it has a bit to go, but I'm just telling you, these are the cards that I think eventually people are going to look back and say, damn, those were amazing. I need to go get them. So worth a watch.
Yep. And Ricky, as you can see here, there's a little green rectangle up here at the top. And you can see from that, for those of you watching on YouTube exclusively, you will see that I believe in your sentiment. And I want everyone to go check out this card, admire it, and not bid on it. And then we'll have some more content for next week.
I was going to feel bad for announcing all that just now, but I guess you are
YouTube exclusive.
So, all right. Well done. That wraps it up for our 3 count and an episode this week. Make sure you join us again next week.
We did this without breaks, without frequent commercial breaks. Why can't WrestleMania?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about commercial breaks in this now. If WWF can do it, I'm going to need 5 minutes here and there. All right, catch us next week. Same wrestling time, same wrestling channel.